Doesn't matter if you are a guitarist who plays or someone who just fucking loves rock music and guitar solos. But either way, this video is for you. My name is Alex Majewski, also known as Jay Sky. I am a guitar player and I'm obsessed with fucking music. In this video, I'm gonna be talking and taking a deep dive into some of the influences that I had growing up playing guitar and people that have heavily infected my style and my influence and just my brain for fucking life as a musician. This is a tier list. I'm gonna be going from number 10 down to 1. So let's do this shit. Let me know in the comments if you have some of the same influences as me, and let me know if there's some people that I left out, because I'd love to hear what you guys think. So guitar playing, and especially music in general, it's not that straightforward. There's such a broad spectrum of where people's influences come, the style that they play, and just some of the people on this list are gonna be super innovative and maybe have done things for the first time that no one has ever heard of before. I'm gonna just give a couple honorable mentions just at the top of this video, just because I think that they're extremely innovative, they're amazingly talented, but they just didn't make it on the list because there's only 10 spots in this one. So first off, it's gonna have to be Adam Rafowitz, who I went to Berklee College of Music with, from the band Arch Echo. Insane, amazing player. His legato chops are fucking next level. We have Tobin Abasi from the band Animals as leaders. I remember the first time I ever heard them, I was actually taking a nap in my friend's dorm on the floor. I woke up, he was playing that CD constantly, and one of their songs was literally like traveling with me through the dream, and it was next level. Also, we have Aaron Marshall from the band Intervals. Aaron Marshall is an amazing guitar player who has so much influence just from different kinds of metal and jazz and just everything kind of mushed together. He's next level, and maybe he would have made it on the list, but when I went to see him at the Gramercy in New York City and it was fucking freezing, the alarm went off. Someone pulled the fire alarm and it kind of ruined that experience for me. So for those reasons, he's not making it on the list. So with that being said, let's get into this shit. Coming at you with the number 10 spot is no other but the fucking legend, Zakk Wylde. He's from New Jersey. He's like a biker dude. He probably looks like he's from the fucking South. He just has such a unique sound. He finds a way to use the blues and pentatonic in a rock setting like no one has ever heard before. Just his expression, the way he does extreme crazy bends with the wah pedal. And he has all kinds of phasers and different chorus effects going on. As soon as he lays hands on that instrument, you know who it is. It doesn't matter if he plays for 2 seconds. He's played with Ozzy. He has his own band, Black Label Society. He's a real fucking rock star to the core, and I'm just a huge fan. He has inspired my playing so much. I just love playing pinch harmonics, and that's exactly who I learned to play it from. If you could ask anyone that knows me, they know that I love to fucking play pinch harmonics randomly whenever the fuck I want. If you were to ask my homie Jordan, who's the rhythm guitar player in the band I tour with called Darrow, I throw pinch harmonics all over the place, and I could really say that is because of Zakk Wylde. So if you ever watch this video, thank you, Zachy. Growing up, I had one of those like Sony 5 CD rotating systems, and a lot of the bands and the guitar players that are in these groups are CDs that I would come home from school every day. I would hit play, I would pull out my guitar, and I just fucking run scales and arpeggios for like 5-6 hours every single day. The number 9 spot is Sinister Gates from the band Avenged Sevenfold. I know this band has gotten a lot of shit over the years, especially when they first came out, and anyone that is from the screamo or emo scene in any kind of way has gotten so much backlash for whatever reason, because metal people are fucking gatekeepers that won't shut the fuck up, but I love you nerd asses. Anyway, Sinister Gates has such a unique style. The way that he plays arpeggios and sweeps and does harmonies, it is just unique. No one has ever really approached the instrument exactly like he has. It's so haunting, it's so beautiful, it's complex yet simple. He bends notes and really sounds like a vocalist when he's on the instrument. And for those reasons, he's the number 9 spot, and that's Sinister Gates from Avenged Sevenfold. Number 8 on the list is a band that I got really into when I was like at Buffalo University. It was fucking freezing. I was working out. I was trying to get yoked up. And this is a band that was heavy as shit. It's not a guitar player that like you really hear his name being talked about too much. He's since been replaced by Jared Richardson, and that's Ollie Herbert. I actually didn't know his name. Unfortunately, I looked it up because this is just a record that I fucking love the guitar solos on, the guitar playing throughout. The riffs are heavy as shit. It's like death metal mixed with metalcore in a way that I've never heard before. I saw them a year or two back when they were in Long Island at the Paramount. So the number 8 spot is Ollie Herbert. Fuck, I gotta sneeze. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Whoo, sneeze. Oh, let's take a moment of silence for my sneeze. God bless you. Number 7 spot is another one that was probably the second or third one in my CD rotation when I was 15 or 16 years old. I needed a band to replace some of my favorite CDs that I was listening to. I was trying to imitate on the regular. I was overplaying fucking Bullet for My Valentine. I was overplaying Avenged Sevenfold. And then I had the 2005 Ozfest DVD.
This is a gunshot to the head of trepidation.
And there was this amazing band with 2 awesome guitar players. I'm going to be mentioning one on here just because he's the one that I'm a little bit more gravitated to. He has a bigger social media presence throughout the years and just a bigger presence in the group, as he's also the front person. And that is Matt Heafy from the band Trivium. Next level. They have a lot of that harmonic minor shit going on, especially in the earlier music. He screams, he's brutal, but he still keeps that melodic singing in the music. With that being said, that's not really about his guitar playing. He's next level. I remember watching interviews where he would say that his practice routine was the John Petrucci Rock Discipline DVD, which I fucking obviously owned growing up. Everyone would be doing those B chromatic runs, and he had a ton of exercises in that video. Amazing guitar player. He continues to step up his fucking game and get better and better and better, and for those reasons, he is on this list. Number 6 isn't someone who is necessarily a celebrity. He's not necessarily a fixture in any specific band, although he has toured with a ton of famous artists over the years, and that is Tim Pierce. I discovered him maybe 3 years or so ago on YouTube. He's an amazing educator. Tim Pierce has played on over 1,000 records that you probably know. He got his start playing in the Rick Springfield group. He's also played on one of my favorite records as the slide guitar soloist and mandolin player for the Goo Goo Dolls' hit song Iris, which is literally one of my favorite songs of all fucking time. It's amazing. He's such a universal creative mind. He really has a great understanding of the guitar, of the neck. In many ways, he knows a lot more than everyone on this list, and I really respect him. He's taught me so much from my time watching him on YouTube, and I appreciate it. I went to Berklee College of Music. I had an amazing education, learning more than I would even know what to fucking do with. And by discovering people like Tim Pierce and Rick Beato, who doesn't really consider himself to be a great guitarist, even though he fucking is, these guys really filled in the dots for me. And for that, I'm extremely grateful. Just watching them has made me a better musician overall. And for those reasons, Tim Pierce made the fucking list. Love you, dude. He just seems like a sweet guy, honestly. I would love to just like kick it and talk with him. He's always like going out in the middle of his videos and like walking through nature. I don't really like to walk through nature, but I would do it with you. A lot of these bands have rhythm guitar players that also play lead, and they're equally fucking amazing. But just to make things a little bit more simple, I'm not going to be like running through and talking about every specific rhythm guitar player in this video. Maybe I'll have a rhythm guitar player video in the future. Next up on the list is an extremely modern guitar player with influences of jazz and progressive rock and just a lot of styles mixed in right on top of kind of hip hop beats. And that's Tim Henson from the band Polyphia. So innovative, so next level. Not really a lead guitar player in his modern music, although back in the day, if you listen to earlier records of Polyphia, they are doing just kind of traditional guitar playing. But him and Scott have found a way to approach guitar in a brand new way. You'll see that kind of stuff integrating into TikTok guitar players and people on YouTube, and they've really changed the game forever. Next up is one of those guitar players that if you ever picked up a guitar and was into soloing and any of that kind of stuff, this is someone that you were drawn to, and this is John Petrucci from the band Dream Theater. I've had the privilege of seeing him a few times live in concert. I've seen him with Dream Theater. I've seen him solo on G3, and he's just amazing. I've learned so many tricks and tips from him over the years with that Rock Discipline DVD that I talked about earlier. Next guitarist on this list is someone that if you went to music school at Berklee College of Music, you were fucking obsessed with. It was your goal to be as good as him. covering all the techniques from fucking head to toe. A lot of guitar players have weaknesses in their playing, and this is someone who could play legato, they could tremolo pick, they could sweep, they could tap, they could do everything. And when it comes to rock, prog playing, this is your fucking go-to guy. John Petrucci was the GOAT before Polyphia was the GOAT. And the next one on the list, another person from Long Island, New York, and if you went to Berklee College of Music, you were even more obsessed with, because he had a very specific model guitar that everyone had with the fucking handle in it, and you know the deal. This is Steve Vai. He got his start playing for Frank Zappa. I've actually seen him play live at G3. I've also seen him play live with Dweezil, which is like Zappa plays Zappa. Amazing guitar player. Although he could play fast like John Petrucci, he had his own thing going on, and he just like likes to be weird and different, and that's something that he really embodies in his playing. His ability to tap with multiple fingers, his ability to just use the tremolo bar to create melodies that are like microtonal, it's next level. Steve Vai is someone who's influenced so many people. He's even done a song with Polyphia. This is kind of putting the two worlds together, the old school and the new school combining, and it's really beautiful to see that these people are collaborating together and just being like, wow, this is the person that got me to where I am today. And then you have Steve Vai saying like, wow, hands down, you guys are crushing it, and kind of handing the torch over. Next up is the number 2 spot. He was the fucking king of the late 70s, early 80s, and that is Eddie Van Halen. When I was 2 years old, my parents actually took me to see him at Jones Beach in Long Island, New York. I've been so influenced by his playing over the years. He is just a crazy musician who has been so innovative. He really put tapping on the map, and just his ability to just kind of play so lightly and just kind of bouncing between the beats, and it's something that is very special to him. Not many people could replicate it. The person that plays closest to him would be his son Wolfgang, and for those reasons he's the number 2 spot. Coming up at number 1, I might get a lot of fucking shit for this, especially if you're a metalhead watching this video, and for those reasons I'm sorry, but I listen to a ton of music, and this is someone on and off throughout my whole life. I've been impressed by his ability to write songs in different styles, his ability to play acoustic guitar, and his ability to fucking rock out on his Fender Strat, and that is John Mayer. He's someone who really taught me how to comp on the guitar. He showed me guitar players and really introduced them to me, such as B.B. King and Stevie Ray Vaughan. And just his ability to adapt to so many situations. He's a true musician with an amazing ear, and he has made amazing records from The Continuum to Inside Once Out, which is just an acoustic EP that he had before he ever popped off. I thank everyone for tuning into this video. I want to know what you guys think of my list. Do you like it? Do you not? Who should I have added, and who are some of your influences? My name is Alex Majewski, also known as Jay Sky. I appreciate everyone for tuning into these videos. I drop them every single week. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, peace.